So for the first question, what is prefab? So a prefab is in Unity. A prefab in Unity is a pre-configured reusable game object where you have already added all the components and like everything, specific components or settings that you want to use across multiple scenes or instances. So you make it once and use it multiple times. And for rigid body, there are total three types of rigid body: static rigid body, kinematic rigid body, and third is dynamic rigid body. So for the definition, so static rigid body has no forces applied, like the game of if you add it, like the game object has no forces applied, doesn't move under the influence of physics. For use case, you can say like ideal for game objects that are stationary in one place. You don't want it to happen, like you don't want it to move, or like physics will have to be like applied to it. You don't want anything like that. You can use static rigid body for that, which game object will not respond to physics. That's it. And for kinematic rigid body, definition doesn't respond to physics forces but can be moved programmatically, so suitable for platforms or doors that move based on game logic rather than like external forces of physics. And for dynamic rigid body, responds to physics, like forces like gravity, collisions. So it's used usually in characters and like objects affected by gravity and collisions, or react to the environment that way. And like the third is like one-way collision platform in a platformer, like there is a thing called like effector component, and you can apply it, like set the use one way option to true. It's the best thing, like the simplest thing for the one way. And if you want to use like rigid body, it's also very simple, like you create like component, like you add like colliders, like box colliders, and like you use on trigger, like you disable the game object when you trigger, and when it's out, like on trigger exit, you make the game object true, like platform collider, like the collider which is there, you keep it false when you cross it, like exit on trigger exit 2D, you make it true, so it comes back and it becomes true, so it stays on there. That's it. Thank you.